Hello guys, good to see you all. Okay, it's October 2020 and I thought I'd make a little bit of a video just regarding progression. So last year I progressed a lot on drops. This year I decided to progress from October on jumping. I've never been a great jumper, so bike control has never really been an issue. Riding fast has never been an issue for me. But the fear of jumping, the fear of being in the air, the fear of free fall has kind of got the best of me. So I've decided to take a year and progress my jumping. So this being the first month, October, and I'm going to go through right until next October. And obviously you're going to see a lot of changes in probably myself and a lot of changes in the progression of my jumping and the jumping of the people that wish to join me in this little journey. This is our first real gap and it's 7-8 foot, but obviously there's no poppy lip. Jump progression, first gap, or first biggish gap. Hello and welcome to the channel guys. As I'm sitting here drinking my spiced pumpkin latte from a year in the future, really interested in watching this footage back. That was cool. And watching how incredibly terrified I was of actually doing the smallest of jumps. The one thing we didn't want to do was rush the progression and have an accident. I don't mend at 43 years of age. Good morning guys. I've got the new GoPro 9 back, so let's see how that handles everything. No cars around, love it. And there's Sea-Dog. So welcome to Kinver Freeride Park, and this is where the majority of our learning to jump is going to happen. Or not happen. And this is the jump we started at. All in all, it's probably about a gap of about 8 to 9 foot, but it's not very high and the consequences are quite low if you did crash.
So after we cleared this jump, we set our sights on a step down, which is a bigger gap.
The National Trust took all the wood out. Where did this jump, was it here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was here?
Yeah.
So that's a lot bigger, so we know we can do that one. That jump is 1,000 times bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
So after a few attempts, we cleared this step down and then we mustered up the courage to do the next jump in the line, which is the biggest gap we'd done so far.
Oh yeah, I went over.
We'd almost cleared it with just a little bit of a case, which we can see from the other camera angle.
This is serious, this is.
And the thing, I mean,
No, this is serious. So here at Adventure Trails, we don't judge, do we, Craig?
No, not at all.
Okay, so I'm just a bit confused by your statement.
No, I was just.
So when we're explaining about how easy certain things are, and he said to his brother, "Try that one first. It's a drop. It's not bad." That guy over there, he just did it on a Boardman. There's nothing wrong with Boardmans.
I meant to
nothing at all.
I meant to say his Boardman. His Boardman. It
wasn't
meant to be a judgmental thing.
And look at that. We are completely alone. My theory was right. Mountain bikers don't like the cold.
So we are back working on this same jump again. Repetition, 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 just trying to dial in the technique. When we built up the confidence on this jump, we were tempted to start trying to piece a couple of jumps together. So we started on the next gap in the line.
Yes! Get another jump ticked. It's another one ticked off today. If you do want to learn to jump, I recommend doing it in a group, as you do tend to egg each other on. Yo, miles past it, mate. Miles past it. Here we go. Lockdown's finished. Sea-Dog. Bike's in the bike van. Off to Kinver, another progress sesh. And we've been doing quite well, haven't we?
We've been really well.
You know, we're hitting the 10 to 12 foot little gaps. Bear in mind, I'm 42 and I don't really want to hit the big ones, but I can see me probably doing that at some point. But at the moment I'm still a little bit nervous. But we're going to see how it goes. Welcome to Kinver Freeride. And again, it's Friday, 4 o'clock, and we've got the place to ourselves. Obviously, we're both wearing the merch today.
We are the merch.
The merch. Not for sale, unfortunately. You've got to be in an exclusive club. Craig stole this. So here we go again. Repetition is absolute key. And to a certain extent, when you repeat the same jumps over and over again, the next time you come, muscle memory kicks in.
Yes! 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 Did you do it as well, mate?
Let's have a little look at that from my perspective. I'm following Gaz in. That's that first jump done, second jump done, and this third step down cleared. Absolutely fantastic. Let's have another look at that just to make sure it's not a fluke. Can I do it again? I'm going to say yes.
Don't forget, there are always other people at the bike park that can help you along your way. Here we have a group of local kids that were all but willing to tow us into some of these newer jumps that we haven't done.
And here I am, bailing out of my approach. There was just something in my head that said, you're not going fast enough. So I hit the back brake and bailed. Let's have another look. Do I do it this time? And yes, cleared with ease.
As you can notice, I had my cap the other way on the way here. And now, because we feel like absolute dudes.
Forgot my cap.
That was probably one of the best sessions we've had jumping. And it's all credit to a bunch of 14-year-olds because they towed us into a shitload of stuff and it was brilliant. So we're going to go and play in Kinver again. It's that time of week and we are testing out the new GoPro Max, and this is in hero mode, so it's a lot wider. We're going to test the 3D camera because I bought the tripod out as well, so see how that goes. Remember what I said about muscle memory? First jump of the day and we cleared one of the bigger ones. Incredible. Just thought I'd throw a bit of footage in of some of the local shredders doing one of the bigger jumps at Kinver Edge.
I don't want to do that.
Definitely not for me.
I don't want to do that.
So now I'm actually shitting myself. This is the largest jump I've ever attempted. A little bit of a case.
Not bad for a first go.
Okay, so starting off where we left off last time, the big jump. Don't forget guys, the bigger the jump, the bigger the consequences. I almost died there.
Accidentally unclipped.
So Gaz almost had a nasty accident there, unclipping from his pedal on the takeoff, but here he is making it look easy.
Went too fast over that. Explain what we're doing and what we've done.
So, Christmas Eve we came over here, me, Gazlar, Benlar, and we struggled to do the smallest of jumps, the smallest of gaps without casing them. And we're doing this. I say doing, I landed in the in the pit a moment ago, which I got on helmet
We'll put a clip up here.
So I had a little voice in my head say, you're not going fast enough. So I tried to bail out, but it was too late and I had to jump off the bike and over the bars.
I caught the bike! So we're doing this, and how many bike lengths is this? That's 1, 2,
Where are you landing? About 3?
3, probably about 3.5.
Yeah, flipping massive.
So here I am getting it right this time, plucking up the courage and sending it.
It was at this point I decided to calm down on my jumping. Craig had definitely started to take over my abilities at this time.
I wouldn't say that, we're both doing the same jumps.
I just couldn't piece things together. I could either do a jump, but I wouldn't do the next jump. Cleared. Fantastic. Cleared. Cleared. Crash. See what I mean?
So what Gaz just did there, he did the really hard gap, then he did the easier gap, then he did the easier gap, then fell off.
But we were able to do it. Here we go, there's that first gap cleared. Scrub off a load of speed, ready for this gap, and in, round the berm, over the next gap, and then this last step down. Cleared. Absolutely fantastic. That's real progression from the start of the year. And like Gaz said at the start of the video, we're not doing this to become dirt jumpers. We don't want to learn stunts or big tricks like that, but we do want to be able to tackle some of the jumps we find out on the trail without hesitating or backing off. So now we can do a full run from the top to the bottom of the Kinver Freeride Park and not back out from big gaps such as that on the run down. So when we visit bike parks and places like that, we're more confident at having a go at some of the jumps we find out on the trail.
So the jump we said we'd never do because we're too old to do it, and we've got no interest in doing jumps like that, we did today.
We went and did it. We went and did it.
Yeah, I was just explaining to Mark that I was in the right mindset to do it. I went up first and I took off and I did it, just a little case on my first run. It wasn't until I did it 2 or 3 times I realised how bloody dangerous it was. and then I started losing it a little bit. It was getting in my head. So next time, hopefully, muscle memory will kick in and we'll be all right.
I realised how dangerous it was when I slipped on a route and tried to stop and had to bail and jumped into the gap I was trying to jump over.
Let's have a look at that again.
With my bike on top of me.
So taking everything we've learnt this year, we've been able to transfer those skills to a multitude of different places and bike parks. The Forest of Dean, for example, with all its natural trails.
And this is a set of tabletop jumps at the bottom of the Cheese Roller Blue Trail at the 417 Bike Park. They get progressively bigger and we were able to clear all of them.
And let's not forget Bike Park Wales. Not only did we learn how to jump this year, but obviously learning how to jump gives you that bike control and the confidence in order to tackle some of the harder trails out there.
This is us doing a run down the top section of the famous A470 jump line at Bike Park Wales, and again we're clearing these tabletops with ease, and they are huge tabletops, although we didn't do the bigger ones later on in the trail. The video from our trip to Bike Park Wales will be out on the channel in just a few weeks' time.
This is the end of our journey, back to Kinver Freeride. You can't do this without places to ride. Kinver Freeride, Cannock Chase, Starcop, these are the types of places you need to visit if you want to learn these skills.
I couldn't agree more, and visiting the same place every week and keep doing the same things week on week on week, it really does build your confidence and your bike control.
This was a year in the making, and I told you a lot had changed. I've got a bike shop. Craig is actually playing his gigs back with his band. Just went there in the river rooms at a 3-day hangover. Awesome. But it goes to show what you can do in a year. We went from just trail riders that couldn't do any jumps whatsoever to now looking for the little jumps on the trails and enjoying the trails more. It's been a fantastic journey, and thank you for following it with us.